Hey, wonderful person, this is Anton, and, well, do you like video games? Hey, I'm sure you do, because, you subscribe to this channel, right? Anyway, so, I was thinking, should I maybe get into console gaming? Nah. I haven't actually bought a console since Nintendo Wii. That was my last official console I bought something like 10 years ago, 9 years ago, I don't even remember when it was. But, you know what, here I was sitting, looking at the reviews of Nintendo Switch and figured, that looks pretty good. That Zelda game looks amazing. Why don't I just try it? And then I realized I live in the area where the Switch is actually not being released at all. So I decided to take a risk and I ordered it directly from Japan. And to my surprise, it actually arrived today. So here's that Zelda, Japanese version of Zelda that's actually going to be working in English because apparently all of the games are totally region-free, which is absolutely awesome. Thank you so much, Nintendo, for finally, listening to the audience after like, what, 20, 50, 30, 60 years. I don't know how long it took you to listen to us, but they're finally region unlocked and you can play them anywhere you want. And on the other hand, we also have the actual console that works everywhere, works with everything, and it works in every language, so you can actually buy a Japanese version, which is what I did, and play it in whatever language you speak. Well, I guess there's like 10 or so languages to choose from. Anyway, so this is going to be the unboxing of that magical device that I have right here somewhere that's coming up to your screen right now. I am so happy that it finally arrived. Thank you so much to people who sold this to me. It was actually luckily not too expensive, even though this was a completely imported product. But yeah, if you want to check out the Nintendo Switch, let's do this from scratch. Let's open the box, see what's inside, and let's actually take it for a test ride and see how it actually does and perform. Anyway, welcome to What the Math. Anyway, so this is the box. It's actually a lot smaller than I thought it would be. My hands are not very big, and as you can see, I'm basically covering the whole thing. Everything here is in Japanese because it is a Japanese console. Surprisingly, no stickers of any kind. I can just literally open this box without even trying, and here we go. Here's some sort of sticker that's also in Japanese. Me no understanding, me no know what it say. Anyway, let's open it up, and look at that. This is the beauty inside. So, surprisingly small. Like I said, my hands are not very big. This is basically, the size of a phablet, which is perfect. I actually bought this device because I wanted to get something to play, on a mobile, basically. I don't like playing on a smartphone. I also really don't like playing on my iPad. It just doesn't feel right. And this is perfect because I wanted to have some kind of device similar to, I guess, PS Vita, which I never got into, to have something, to play on a subway. Subway rides in Seoul and Korea are surprisingly long. So are the bus rides. And so every time I go traveling somewhere, I'll take this thing with me and possibly even play this at work. If you're my boss and watching this, I did not say that. I said nothing. You heard nothing. Anyway, moving on. Let's remove this box. And inside we have Japanese instructions that are in Japanese, totally useless to us. Some styrofoam stuff. And here comes the... What is this? What is this? What is this? That's what I thought it was. This is the gamepad thingamajiggy that turns your Nintendo controllers into an actual gamepad-like device. You basically plug them in here, and it turns into like a little gamepad thingy, which is pretty awesome. It's a cool looking plastic thingy that is going to be used quite a lot. And this is actually what it looks like if you connect everything together into this plastic gamepad thingy. It actually does look kind of ugly, but feels really cool. And it controls really well, and you can actually set up your Nintendo in the vertical mode by unlocking this right here, and then essentially putting it up just like this. And so there you go, and you can actually use this gamepad as a kind of a way of controlling Nintendo in a more classical way. And actually, for me, this works perfectly. Now, it does connect to the TV through this, essentially. And that's the one part that I wasn't really sure about because it had mixed reviews. People said it was kind of flimsy. To me, this feels really sturdy. This is essentially the dock where you put your Nintendo. One thing, though, is that right here you may see there's plastic actually, so you have to be careful not to scratch the screen. So when you're inserting this, you have to be really careful placing it inside. I believe maybe some of the future versions will have some sort of cover here, or possibly you can just place a cover on your screen so that you don't scratch it when you're essentially doing this. Putting your Nintendo inside just so that you can actually play this on your TV later on. Anyway, I'm not going to do this right now because I'm not going to be playing on the TV. Okay, so there's an HDMI cable that's for this dock to connect to your TV. Then there are these two wrist pads that are essentially attached to your controllers, and each of them will essentially prevent you from dropping these if you're playing some sort of an active game. I'm probably not going to be using these because I don't think I'm that clumsy. And if I am, I deserve to lose my controller and have a new one bought and shipped to me from Japan. Anyway, moving on. One thing is, if you buy this in Japan or I guess US, you'll get one of these. This doesn't work for me in Korea, but luckily all I have to do is just attach a little thingy here that converts it to a more of a European/Korean plug. And interestingly, this is for some reason made in the Philippines. I don't know if this is actually what all of the Nintendos get. Mine is this. I don't know. Maybe this is just a version that I got, or maybe all of the Japanese versions come with this. Anyway, the actual package for the game is really, really cute, really, really small. But interestingly, if you actually open this up, what you'll find is emptiness. And then there's this little SD card-like device that's essentially your actual cartridge. Now, unfortunately, there's actually no booklet, there's nothing else inside, which is a little bit disappointing for, for almost 70 bucks. I expected a little bit more. But let's actually insert this and I'll show you what all of this works like and how this all works in practice. So I got my Nintendo in the vertical position. I'm going to insert the cartridge inside, press it, and break the thing. And of course, it's actually not broken. Interestingly, the design here is that it allows you to snap off and then you can just reconnect it, and this will probably happen to you a lot. All you have to do is just press it in and it will click back inside. There's actually a micro SD slot here as well. This is for extra memory storage. And just like that, we're back in action. So now you can actually try this again, put it up, and this time I'm going to try not to press it that hard. I'm actually going to try to be a little bit more careful so that I don't actually physically break it after just getting it like half an hour ago. Anyway, so there is the cartridge. It's all in. And we're now asked to press the home button, which is right here. And there is our menu. So this is actually after the setup, which takes about 5 minutes for you to set up, your avatar, your language settings, and everything else. And even though this is a Japanese Wii, everything is actually in English, and so I can actually start playing Zelda right away, and it's all going to be in English. And there's my little avatar, what the math, with a Link's face. And it works really, really well. It has really, really good graphics. I've only played for about maybe 10 or 15 minutes so far, but it does actually play really, 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 really cool. And there's the actual game. Now, I'm not going to play this for two reasons. One is that, Nintendo's probably going to hit me with the copyrights here. And two is that, this is probably for another video. But the game is totally worth it. It's absolutely amazing. It's absolutely awesome. Plays really well, even though it's in 720p. It plays really, really fast and it looks incredible, sounds incredible, and everything about it is pretty cool. But I don't know enough about it. I haven't played enough to actually make a final judgment. All in all though, this whole Nintendo thing, as you can see, is really tiny. Once again, this is my hand in comparison. So it's just like a size of a relatively medium-sized phablet or a larger smartphone. Just a little bit bigger than iPhone 7 Plus. There is that dock to connect to it, and this is the actual HDMI. The gamepad's connected to the actual thing, but you can obviously disconnect them and do the following. Essentially just slide them in here, turn this into an actual mobile device, which I'm going to be taking with me everywhere. Feels really, really cool, can actually stand by itself just like this, and works really well as well. And don't forget the actual adapter, which is probably very important. One thing I forgot to mention is the charger here, and this is actually a USB-C model, not exactly the same as your smartphone, but these are actually available in different electronic markets, and you can probably buy them even if you end up losing this thing right here. And you can probably use this type of a connection to charge your device on the go in different locations. For example, I believe some airplanes provide these, and you can probably get these in different electronic markets around the world as well. Now, I think I'm actually gonna do the possible review of this game after I play this for a little bit, but right now, I am absolutely and totally blown away by this console. I know this is possibly not exactly the fitting sort of topic for my channel, but honestly, since I grew up on video games and since I actually think these things have a lot of educational potential, like I actually learned English by playing video games, I learned French by playing other video games, and now I'm learning Korean by playing even more video games. So there's definitely a lot of opportunities for education here. This right here is my childhood. I had Nintendo for a very long time, even though I didn't actually buy Nintendo Wii or some of the other Nintendo consoles, but this is going to be something I'll be playing for a while. Anyway, so in the next part we're going to possibly take a look at the Zelda game, but right now, really impressed with this console, really impressed with all the packaging and how everything is very small, very convenient, and very sturdy, not as flimsy as I thought it would be. A lot of the reviewers said it was flimsy. I don't think so. I think this is actually really well made, and it looks pretty cool. So, next video, Zelda. For now, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you still haven't, and potentially come back tomorrow to learn something else about video games, space, science, or something else. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna actually go and play that game right now because I'm kind of curious to find out what it's all about. See you later, space out, and as always, bye-bye! This thing is awesome. You really should consider getting it too. And this is not a paid promotion, by the way. Totally bought this with my own money. Spent like 2 months collecting money and saving up, not eating well, just to buy that thing. Totally worth it. Alright, see you later, guys.